Hello everyone. Today on Guerilla Reviews we cover something that has some rather unique issues, but still a very nice figure. Generations Prowl. Stay tuned. Prowl as a character has existed in one form or another throughout most of the toy line series. In fact, in Beast Wars he's shown up twice, once as a lion as part of a combiner, and once as a separate figure, as a transmittal figure, as an owl. Figure that one out if you can. This incarnation of the mold has existed in several different figures. In fact, a couple of them were even in the same wave as Prowl here. There was Smokescreen, Silver Streak, I think there was even a Blue Streak there, that might have been a web exclusive. Also in the G2 Redux set as Street Star. Now as you can probably see, or not, let's see how well the camera picks it up, this mold has an interesting problem due to the fact that this part and this part are clear plastic. It has some rather nasty paint rub-off issues. Also on the Autobot symbol there, we have to replicate that in a couple of weeks or years, depending on how much longer I play with it. But still, it's a very nice police car mode. Not exactly the Fair Lady Z, but not much else is. Another interesting problem is if we come down here, we pull out his gun, fold it out. This gun can be a lot of heartache if you lose it. And since it is so small, it can be exceptionally easy to lose, in fact. The main reason why I'm doing this review now is because it was delayed 2 months because I thought I lost this gun. But not for the fact that I transformed it and it popped out, this review probably wouldn't even be happening. Anyway, onto the more fun things you can do with this mold, is that you can pull his head out, much like Scorch did in the G1 movie, if that excites you. Anyway, we'll move on to transformation, where we run into another odd little problem here. See, when you pop these two parts out, they're on this little hinge on a ball joint. These parts tend to pop off very easily. Do not worry, they also pop back on very easily. Anyway, we will continue to do that. Just kind of fold these up right there for now, where they're the least out of the way. See what I mean? Screw it. Then we will fold down, separate for the legs, push out and fold out the heel to get the feet. Can't really do a Gurk walk mode because of the hip here. Anyway, we'll fold out the arms, separate the top of the car from the hood, fold out, actually fold down here, then fold out for the guns. We will then fold out the head again. Actually fold out right there, adjust the shoulders, fold in these parts to give him his wings. You do kind of have to budget a little bit to get these back on. There we are. Again, fold, look for the little ball socket, and reattach. Come on. There we go. Fortunately, when you do get these things on, this part, because it tends to be a little loose, you can actually use the wings to hold it in place. There. Like that. And there we go. Classics Prowl, better or worse, in robot mode. There we go, after a little bit of adjusting. You just use these parts right here, just put them on the top of the hood there, preferably where there's not going to scratch any more paint than necessary. And there you go. That hood's not going anywhere unless you want it to. Yay! Other little nitpicks that I can't really deny is that the shoulders, yeah, they look a little weird. I've heard of mods that have switched out these shoulders. I'm not too sure how well they've worked out though. I'd have to look that up. But you're welcome to try it if you'd like. Also, the way to do his head transformation does give him a bit of a floating head there, but it's fine by my standards. It's still a nice police officer. It is still Prowl, and he's wearing bell bottoms. How could you argue with that? Moving on to articulation, his missiles do go up and down a little bit. Head swivels, no real ball joint, because he really couldn't make that work. The shoulders go in and out, up and down, and also up and down from there. It would have been nice if they had a ball joint, but that's kind of what they had to work with. anyway. Swivel joint on the top there, hinge joint for the elbow, swivel joint for the hand. He also has a very nice waist joint, ball joint for the hips, hinge joint for the knee, actually a double hinge joint in fact, so you can get some interesting kneeling poses from there. The feet, let's see here now, bit of a swivel joint and actually double swivel joint, so you might be able to do something with that. Not much though. Now I should mention that there is a full Ripper label set for this figure, so you can do a full Generation 1 setup for this if you'd really like to. I think this is okay, but given the paint and wear, I may have to invest in it regardless of what I think. Well, that does it for this Guerilla review. I am the Deceptiwolf. This has been Classics Prowl, and I get to remind you all, free your mind, free your toys.